think through my head.
Hello, how's it going, everybody?
Hi, everybody.
Hey, should I say happy birthday or happy anniversary? What is it? Is it a birth anniversary?
Birth anniversary to
Awesome.
you.
Well, hey, if you're out in the hallway, you're welcome to come in, and we're going to get this thing rolling here a little bit. If you've ever been to Port City during one of our Christmas services, Christmas Eve, you know we're getting ready to play a game. So come on in.
Any guesses what we're going to play? Any guesses?
Yes,
Heard
it's going
it.
to be a Kahoot.
Yes.
It is going to be a Kahoot. So if we've never met, my name is Brett. I am one of our student pastors here. I work with middle school, and this is Lauren.
I'm Lauren, and I work in the Leland campus now, but I've been here for a long time, so it's nice to see you.
Yeah.
Oh, Leland!
Oh, look at all the Leland people. Look at all the love. I didn't
No.
get that kind of love from
We
Wilmington.
do come across the bridge, okay?
Yeah, okay.
We do this.
Yeah. You probably drove less than I did coming from Monkey
Probably.
Junction. So
It's true.
All right. So Lauren, how long have you been on staff, and how long have you been a part of the church?
Okay, so I started coming to the church in 1999, which is when the church started.
Yeah.
I was here for the second service and came on staff in 2006.
Okay.
So I've been a part of the church for 25 years and on staff for,
I don't know math.
Math?
18.
thank you, 18 years.
So, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
How about you?
So I wasn't at the second service. We started coming in the second year.
Right,
So
right.
I started attending in 2001 and came on staff in 2003.
Okay.
So I've been on staff for 21 years. Yeah.
That's a long time.
I know,
It
long
actually
time.
is a really long time, especially for churches.
Yeah, and
You know?
and obviously I started when I was 15.
Yes.
Because I'm not that old.
I know, it's
Right, so,
weird.
yeah.
I started coming when I was like 10. So, yeah, that lines up.
All right, so we want to know how well you know the history of our church over the last 25 years. So if you could go to Kahoot.it, just open up your browser, whether it's Chrome or Safari or whatever it is you use on your phone, go to Kahoot.it, Kahoot.it, or you can scan the QR code, and then you put that little game pin in, and you will be in and ready to play our game. We do have prizes. There are prizes
And they
available.
are good prizes.
Yes. Well,
So good.
depends on how you define good. All right. And of course, we have chosen your names for you because we know that even though we're in church, sometimes inappropriate names slip through. So we just said let's let them
Yes.
choose the name. Yeah, we're gonna choose the name for you. So
Okay, is
got a
everybody
couple
doing
minutes.
this?
Lauren, how many different jobs have you had while you've been on staff?
Okay, so I started out in Grow Zone. Any Grow Zone volunteers?
Yeah.
Love it. Then moved over to Adult Ministries, which, what is that?
Yeah, that's like anything, everything. Yeah.
So groups, any group leaders?
Small group leaders? Do we have any small group leaders here?
That's good. And Starting Point and all kinds of fun stuff. Then moved over to Welcome and Connect. Any Welcome and Connect? There's a couple.
Yeah, lots of volunteers.
And
Yep.
now I'm in Leland getting to do Welcome and Connect and Care.
Okay.
So I've not done
So you've
students.
done a lot. Yeah.
Done a lot.
yeah.
Definitely not production.
Yeah, do we have any
not
student
good at
ministry
that.
volunteers out here? Yeah, past and present, right? Yeah, that's good. So glad you guys are all here. So yeah, make sure you join in. We give you about another minute to join the Kahoot. We have almost 100 people in already.
Oh, that's
so it's
awesome. Good job.
Yeah. So this is trivia about the church over the last 25 years. Oh, is that like the Kahoot music, or is that what we're... Okay.
Everybody sway and sway and sway and sway and sway.
You gotta get the head.
And sway.
Yeah.
And sway. Do it with us.
Okay.
And sway. Okay.
This is so ridiculous.
Should we say hello to the online crowd? Because
yeah,
you guys are
online.
watching this ridiculousness as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. They
And
were
you-
probably dancing along with us more than
We
out here.
see you out there. Thank you.
Yeah, online you can play Kahoot, but it's gonna be a delay. So you're probably
Yes.
just gonna need to just answer the questions for yourselves, keep track of your score, and email us, and we'll give you a prize.
Yes.
No, we won't. We don't, because we can't compare your score. So,
But
yeah.
you'll know. You'll know.
Yeah.
Okay. How we doing?
All right, we're gonna give another 15 seconds,
Okay.
and then we're gonna get started.
Brett, do you remember the time when you tried to karate kick me?
Yeah, I did. It was in our old offices, and I tried to do a spin karate kick, and I ended up on the floor.
It was great.
Yeah, I was less flexible then. Look, I could do it. Oh gosh.
That was about 20 years ago, so
Yeah,
you still
it
got
was.
it. Except for you did fall.
All right, here we go. We're gonna get this rolling here. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Question number 1. Kahoot at work. 25 years of Port City. Here we go.
Okay.
Question number 1 is, golly, how many graphics? What was the date of Port City's first service? Now, first service in Rolling Rice, or first service in the living room, or the one that got canceled? Which one is it? I think it's the first service in Rolling Rice.
I think it's Rolling Rice.
Yeah,
It is.
first service
Yes.
in Rolling Rice.
You guys got this.
And October 24th, 1999. Raise your hand if you were not born yet. All right.
Good job.
Oh,
Good job.
okay. Yeah, Bill. Yes, we know you were not born yet. You weren't mature yet at that point. All right. So, all right. Next question. How many Port City campuses have held services in a school? So, we have had 4 campuses. Which ones of those campuses have actually had their ministry meet in a school?
Do you know the answer?
And how many of them wanted the school wanted them out as quick as possible? Yeah, all 4. Oh, so more people chose 3. All
Wow.
4 of our campuses. So, yep, Wilmington, Leland, Jacksonville, and New Bern all had meetings.
Wise sloth.
They are very wise.
Very wise. Okay.
Wise at trivia. All
Okay.
right, here we go. True, false. Port City used to have a drama team that performed skits during the service. Did this happen? True or
Was there
false?
a drama team?
There's been drama here, but I don't know if it's ever been a part of a team sport. All right, get those answers in. This is a quick one. True or false? Make a decision. Yep.
True.
True.
And guess who was on the drama team? Ready?
Yeah. Yeah, we were. We'll bow. Okay,
Okay.
yes, yeah. We were on it. We were on it. Typically played either a husband and a wife or a brother and a sister.
They
on
didn't
that
have very
team.
many people to choose from back
Yeah,
then, if
so-
we're being honest. Okay,
All right.
number.
And you were very dramatic. So, what animal has never entered Port City during a service? So, which of the 4 animals has never entered during a service?
This is a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So which animal has?
Is that a lemur?
I wish he would. That's so cute.
A lemur. I would love to have a
Would
lemur
love
coming
that.
out right now.
I
That'd
would
be
love
awesome.
that. Bring out the lemur.
There is a red herring in there.
Red hair.
No, the
Oh.
red herring.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
Wait,
fox.
the fox. Yeah, the fox is not the red herring. Fox has never entered a service, but we did have an incident with a fox at the very first Fuse camp. Come and ask me about that afterwards. All right, next one. Oh, you gotta type it. Ooh.
This is
oh,
good.
what is this one? Encounter, formation.
And if this helps you,
Wait, are you mimicking Mike? is that the Mike?
encounter, formation.
Hey, no, Mike is. You need to see something. There's something to see here. There's something to see. All right.
Encounter, formation.
All right.
Okay.
Encounter formation.
Say it.
Expression.
Expression.
Encounter formation expression. Rolling right along.
Good job.
We have had a live nativity at Christmas time. No, not the Christmas card video. Hey, true or false? Has that happened? Have we ever had a live nativity at Christmas time?
Like with real live animals.
Yes, live
Okay.
animals. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay,
live
okay.
wise men.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Has that ever happened? We've done a lot of crazy things at Christmas time.
Have we done that?
True. Lauren, I don't remember this. Was this?
Oh, I was there.
You were?
I was Mary.
Oh my goodness. All right. Moving
It was
on.
so fun.
Moving on. Someone attempted to check a cat in a carrier into Grow Zone while they attended service. True or false?
Cat.
Why is the cat capitalized? If it was, maybe it was a very proper cat. It was a very proper cat.
It's a very proper cat. Meow.
We can't banter about these true false ones. True.
Yes.
Were you still on staff with Grow Zone
Yes,
when
that
happened?
happened, you guys. That really did happen.
Oh my goodness. Did you let the cat in?
We did.
Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous.
In fairness, they were going on a trip. They didn't want to leave the cat in the car.
Oh my
So they
goodness.
brought the cat in the carrier, and we nicely put him in the back.
Awesome.
And let them go to church. We would not do that now. This was before policies
All right,
and stuff.
next question's up. What country did Port City build an orphanage and school? In what country did we build an orphanage and school?
Carrie?
Did you ever get to go see it?
No.
Oh, it
Have
was.
you?
Yes, I went twice. It was awesome.
And you loved
Yes.
it?
Yes.
Oh,
yes, it was
yeah.
in Kenya. Yeah. It was awesome. Those kids were so cool. It was the
I
best.
know. That was cool.
All right, moving on.
Oh, there's more.
Aquatic Hawk is up there. Next question, true or false? We got to move quick. We're like over the limit
The
here.
Leland campus has never had live animals at Easter. This is like a trick question.
Yeah.
The
that's
way
like-
you think about
Wait,
it.
how do you answer? True, false,
The
not,
Leland campus
have not
has
had. True.
never.
I don't. My brain hurts.
I know.
Does it? Are we saying that they have had it or not had to have it?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I can't keep up.
Can't think that
But
much.
you can never put anything past Leland. Oh,
true.
false. So it was false that they never. So they have
So
had
they have
them.
had-
Yeah, so they
that's
have had
right.
them, yes. Leland's crazy. They do crazy
Leland
stuff out
is
there.
crazy.
All right. Our New Bern campus is located how many miles from the Wilmington campus? Do not get out Google Maps. Answer it real quick. How many
I
miles
think this is
their
close
campus?
to the last one. Or
Yes.
maybe, okay.
This is second to last
Second
one.
to last. Okay.
Or third to last. Third to last.
Sorry, third to last. Do you know? I think I know.
do. Yeah. Because it's shocking. Every time I leave from here to there, it's like an even number. Yep, 90 miles. 90 miles. So far, yet so close. All right, next one. Aquatic Hawk, man, dominating. What is the title of Pastor Mike's first book?
You guys know this.
Yes.
Come on, you know this one.
Oh, don't answer too quickly. Don't answer too quickly. Everyone should journal. That's what it should have been. Oh my goodness. And The Bright Idea.
Wow,
Yes. So
that
a lot of
was
people don't know
tricky.
he wrote a children's book for Christmas one year. And I think Evan Vetter took a couple years off his life producing that one in time. So, all right, next question. I think is the last one. This is the 12th one. Our mission is to reach people and... Oh, you just gave the answer away. Oh, what is the blank in our mission? All right, and answer is, what is it, everybody?
Help.
Yes, help. We just want to help. We just want to help.
Is that another mic?
That's
Yeah,
another
that was
mic. That's
good.
my best mic.
That's good.
All right, so let's take a look at our top three here. So at third, we have Witty Ant.
Woo!
We have at second, you can come up. If you're Witty Ant, come up. Relational Fox, come on up. And number one is Clever Meerkat. All right, so who are our people? Who are our people? Ben, what place did you get? Second place. So first, or second and third place each get our old logo socks. Like these are vintage, old drop socks. So there you go. Well done, well done. All right, and Julie, this is really unfair. I feel like this is not fair. But 25 and socks. We're gonna give her socks
sorry.
too. Yeah.
She did
All
not
right,
know
she did not know
anything.
any of the questions beforehand. It's only
Good
fitting
job,
though that
Julie.
Julie wins first place. All
Wow.
right.
Shoo.
All right. So,
That was
all right.
great. That was great.
Well, that was a lot of fun, Lauren.
Yeah.
Should we
thanks so
keep
much
it
for
going?
playing. Let's keep it going.
Yes. All right. So we have a lot of really fun things planned for the service. We're so glad you guys are here to celebrate 25 years with us. It's going to be a different service than
Yep.
we've ever done.
We have some different things. We're going to remember some things together. We're going to sing together. We're just going to have a really good night being together and
Yeah.
celebrating God's faithfulness over the last 25 years.
Yeah. And don't forget, the best part is yet to come. It's all the desserts afterward,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah, so we are gonna hang out. So there's gonna be a whole service with desserts afterwards, hanging out on the patio, just spending time remembering and celebrating what God has done in His faithfulness to our church, and through all of us. So we're really excited to be here.
Yep.
So here's what we want you guys to do. We are here together. We want you guys to talk to the people around you, connect with the people around you. We're going to give you a couple of minutes to do that. If you're online, you can answer the questions for yourself that we're going to put up. Just reflect back to your time being a part of Port City. But we want you to introduce yourself to people around you and tell them what year you started coming to Port City and what is your favorite Port City memory of being a part of our church. So, here we go.
All right.
Let's connect.
Enjoy.
Good evening, everybody. Hey, we're really glad that you guys are here. You can grab a seat. If you've wandered kind of away from your seat, feel free to make your way back. I'm excited for where we're going tonight and what we get to participate in next. One of the things that we say here at Port City as far as our gatherings are is we gather to encounter God. We want to encounter Him. We want to engage in worship. We want to engage in teaching. We want to engage in community, and we just engaged in community a little bit. And worship has been such a powerful part of our church well before I got here. And that's why I have these four people here tonight, and we get to hear from you guys a little bit. So this is Olivia. Olivia has been here since day one. We know Olivia. This is Chris. Chris is one of the founding pastors. True story. Come on. Chris was the only person that I knew when I moved here, and so Chris, you're why I'm here. Yeah, you're why I'm here.
Stayed.
I stayed. Yeah. Chris, we've got Jen, who's been leading since you said 2003, right? Jen's been around a long, long time. And then Chad, who's been here pretty much from the beginning, started leading maybe in 2001, was on staff at New Bern, is coming back on staff with New Bern. Hey, we're glad you're here, Chad. Chris, you actually said you had a story about the first time that...
Yeah, when you say, like, when you couch it that we've been here that long, it makes us feel really old.
Y'all are, yes.
But yeah,
sorry.
we were,
sorry.
Thank you, yes. We were talking earlier, and Chad, you may not remember this, but the first time that you led on a Sunday at Port City, we were at Rolling Rice. Remember this? You may not. It was one of the few Sundays that actually I came to church at like 5 a.m. with a migraine headache. Okay. And I remember backing up the trailer and looking at you going, bro, tag, you're it. I got to go home. You're on. And you led that. That was your first day to lead, I think, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And I think if I'm not mistaken correctly, I did okay enough that I got asked back.
You stuck around for a little while.
And I'm pretty sure the second time I led, I overslept. I remember getting a phone call. I think Mike called me that morning at like 6:30. You know, we unloaded at 5:30, 6 o'clock, and he was like, "Hey, dude, where are you?" It's like, I'm on my way, and like hopped in the car and took off, and
Yep.
I was late the second time I led too.
That's
So.
incredible. That's incredible. Well, there's been a lot of great songs through the years. There's been a lot of
There has
fun
been.
songs. And so I would love to hear from you guys. Anybody can speak up, and we'll just by the way, we really didn't rehearse this, so I can't promise what's going to happen.
Totally off the cuff.
Totally off the cuff. So would love to just hear from y'all some of your favorite songs through 25 years, some of your favorite songs through the years. So just jump in, anybody.
Well, one thing I think to note is that songs have not always been good. Like
Very true. Be careful, they might
some-
still have them on their Spotify
they may.
playlist.
That's okay.
True that.
But in the early days, there wasn't a lot of song catalogs to choose from. And this was, when we started, there was no Bethel or Elevation or, Hillsong was brand new. Like our source of music was like our parents' Vineyard records, and some like one or two Passion records. And so we didn't have a whole lot of songs to choose from. But one of the ones that was, I believe we led it at our very first service. I'm pretty sure we did. And we did it a lot in the early days. And y'all remember, if you remember any of these songs, just jump right in because you'll probably know more than other songs than we do. But it was one of these songs. It was I will worship with all of my heart,
There you go.
and I will praise you. I will praise you with all of my strength. With all my strength. Of course, it is. I will give you all my worship. I will give you all my praise. You alone I long to worship. You alone are worthy of my praise.
That was a hit. That was a hit. That was good. All right, who's going to top that one? Come on. Anybody got any other ones? Come
Well,
on.
okay, so a song that we used to do a lot that I loved, and we kind of talked about it when we were thinking about doing this little segment, which is called Sing to the King. And then I talked to Holly after church, Holly Campbell after church last Sunday, and she was like, "Are you gonna do Sing to the King?" So let's do a little bit of that. Sing to the King who is coming to reign. Glory to Jesus, the Lamb that was slain. Life and salvation, His empire brings, and joy to the nations when Jesus is King. If you know this song, sing it with us. Come, let us sing a song declaring we belong to Jesus. 'Cause He's all we need. And lift up a heart of praise. Sing now with voices raised to Jesus. Sing to the King.
That was amazing.
Good song.
That was such a good song. I also, this isn't my time to talk, but there's so many of these. This is geeking out a little bit, but there's that. Back in the day, they had so many. Like you sit on the one, then you hit the seven. You had like open the eyes of my heart. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see. It's the same chords as "Sing to the King."
Yeah. Somebody should do something with that.
Somebody should do something with that. Yeah. This is that. That was just really cool in the early 2000s. So you
Music
gotta do
nerd.
okay.
Yeah, you lost everybody when you were like, it's the one and the seven. They're like,
My
seven
bad.
what?
Yeah,
It's only six
sorry.
strings.
Not all the moments though were that epic. That was like kind of a monumental song. Every time you would lead it, Olivia, it was like really awesome. There were some moments that were less than flattering, I think, for a lot of us, and two come to mind. And I think I don't know who all was there, but our very first Easter we did at Keenan Auditorium at at UNCW. Anybody there? Anybody there? It was only like 80 of us there, so wasn't many. But what I remember about it is we had this great song. It's same progression. This one right here is and everything that has breath, praise the Lord. And the power went out. And y'all kept going. It was just like we were like, we don't know, we've not done this before. What do we do? And everybody kept singing the song, and we just, said, okay, we'll roll with it. Until the power comes back on, and it came on.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Well, I remember one of the early times when I led was before, this is when we were still at Rolling Grace, and I don't believe we had confidence monitors back then. Do y'all know what a confidence monitor is? It's up there on the balcony, that screen that has the lyrics on it so that we don't freak out and lose our place. Well, I don't think we had that at Rolling Grace. And I was supposed to sing the song, Not to Us. And we get out on stage, and you were there, Olivia. And I looked at Olivia, and I said, what's the first line?
That's all you need is the first line.
She said,
first word.
She said, because my mind just shut off, and she said, the cross before me. Okay, I can sing it now.
Okay,
You got
let's
it?
do it.
Yeah, what key? What did we
I
do?
have no clue.
We did it. I think we did it.
I told y'all we
a minute
didn't.
ago.
I don't even know.
I don't remember.
We told y'all we did not
We didn't
rehearse.
Wait, what'd you say the guy key was in? A?
That was
The guy key is in B.
Yeah, it's in B. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, there it is.
Came in our ears and just said the guy keys in B.
Is it the cross? That is the cross. The cross before me, the world behind. No turning back. Raise the banner high. It's not for us. It's all for you. We go straight to the chorus because I don't remember the second verse. It's not to us, but to your name. Y'all remember? Be the glory. And not to us, but to your name.
That was so good. So that reminded me of before the days of having the cheat sheet. There was a song. We didn't do it a lot in the early days, but you made me know it. It's you my strength when I am weak. That song. You are the treasure that I seek. You are my all in all. Okay. The next part of the verse. Supposed to be this. When I fall down, you pick me up. Except when I got to that lyric, in my brain, I started to sing, when I fall down, you lift me up. And I realized halfway through the word that the word is pick, not lift. So it came out, when I fall down, you lick me up. When I try, you fill my cup. That's a true story. That's the last time we did that song. We retired that song. No more.
We really didn't rehearse this.
Okay, I'm gonna pile
The
on
theology's
to
a
that.
little
Like,
bit wonky on that one.
So I did so many of those maneuvers. Like when I said I did an okayish job, and they kept asking me back. I think they were desperate in that season, and so I remember I did one time. Do you remember the song? I can't play it because I didn't play in this. We didn't rehearse it, but. Necessity, do you remember that one?
Oh,
My
yeah.
God, my necessity, I cling to the
Steve
life you
Fee
give.
song, right?
So it's my God, my necessity, I cling to the life you give. You know my depravity, without you I can't live. And I came right out of the gate, my God, my depravity. Well, that's not theologically accurate.
Now, that kind of changes the whole.
That changes everything.
I was always
I don't
worried.
think I sang that one again.
I
after
was
that,
always
so.
worried that I would do something like that and it would come out like a really bad word.
Oh, yeah.
And that never happened.
That's always a fear, right? I do remember really fondly in that early season. I think like there were certain songs we all gravitated toward, and for me, for whatever reason, if there was a new tune by David Crowder Band, it was like that's a Chad song, and so one of the ones that I loved, I remember Olivia. We went to Passion Gathering in 2003 in Texas and got flooded out and
Yep.
all that. It was
Slept in our-
fun. It was slept in the
slept in the
car.
car.
It was awesome. And one of the songs from that week that impacted me that I could not wait to come back and sing with our church and to kind of bring back and lead with our church was this one. It went like this. Turn your ear to heaven and hear the noise inside. The sound of angels are the sound of angels songs and all this for a king. Angels join to sing, all for Christ our King. The chorus went like this. Oh, praise Him. Oh, praise Him. He is holy. Yeah. He is holy. It goes up, right? Oh, praise Him. La, 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 la. Oh, praise Him. He is holy. La, 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 la. He is holy.
There was another fun one that we kind of heard. It was because there was not all the songs weren't available on Spotify or anything. We had to kind of just hear them at conferences. There was one that we first learned. I don't even remember this or not. The song "Here I Am to Worship."
Yeah.
Is that the right one? Yeah, that's the right one. And we heard it at a conference, and we came back. We said we should do this song for the church, but we couldn't remember all the words. We couldn't go buy the CD or anything. It's like, I don't know what this verse was. I think it was this. We made up our own
made up the
words.
words.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And we made up the words. And then the record came out, and it was Chris Tomlin. It's like,
That's what he
that's
was
the
saying.
words. And now we had to figure out which words we use. So that was didn't happen a lot, but that was fun. But a song that was a lot of fun to do, kind of fits in that same vein. We actually recorded it on our first record. It's gonna be requested, I think. So I'm gonna go ahead and do it. But it's super. There's like not a lot of deep theology to it, but it's really fun. It was the one. I'm gonna dance on my feet. Gonna dance on my feet. Gonna dance on my feet before the Lord. Remember this one? I sing la 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 la. La 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 la, la 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 la, yeah, yeah. You remember a verse? You a verse?
No. What is this? Sing. Oh, I'm going to sing on my soul.
Sing my soul.
I'm going to sing on my soul. I'm going to sing on my soul. I'm going to sing on my soul and praise the Lord before the Lord. One of those. I'm going to sing on my soul. I'm going to sing on my soul. Sing on my soul before the Lord.
Sing la. It's easy. Sing la 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 la. Come on, don't clap. Sing la 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 la. La 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 la. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Sing la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Yeah, yeah. Good memory.
That's so fun.
What about songs that were not our favorites?
Come on, y'all got any
Are we gonna
ones
hurt
that you're
people's
like,
feelings?
We might hurt people's feelings.
you know what? This
Chad
is
had one that
it's
was
family.
pretty.
Yeah, so I tried to. I'm trying to be diplomatic about it. Like I didn't hate the song. I did it like 9,000 times, and it just. You notice what I'm gonna do? Yeah.
Yeah, we texted about this,
Let's
didn't we?
see.
Yeah.
The greatest day in history. Death is beaten, you have rescued me. Sing it out, Jesus is alive. Y'all remember this one? The empty cross, the empty. I think that's probably verse 2. Life is something runs with grace.
Shout it out.
Jesus, that's right, is alive.
Sounds like you should have done it a couple more times.
You're right. He's alive. Maybe I just blocked it out. Oh, happy day, happy day.
T.I. kids, they know
Wash
it.
my sin away. Oh, happy day, happy day. I'll never be the same.
Did you see the treasure? This is Treasure Island kids.
Yeah, come on.
They're like, bring the song back.
We love that one. You crushed our spirits.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
No, I will say when Fee did his version, it was a little better than
It was,
than
yeah,
Fee's
yeah.
version.
It had
No
some
offense
new
to
life,
him.
yeah.
You know, we're out of time, but Mike said we can have all his time. So I would love, I'm just going to do it. I was on the fence about doing this. I'm going to do it. Does anybody have a song that y'all remember that you want them to sing?
That is so
And if
great.
they
Really
can't
doing
do
this.
it,
Love song. Oh, I'm gonna dig deep for
Do I
that
know how
one.
to play that one?
Too bad Raph couldn't come.
Where is Raph?
anything else except love song, it sounds like.
Everybody said love song, really? Gosh. What's the first line to love song?
Oh, Oh, come on, Chad.
What's the word?
Somebody look up the lyrics.
I don't remember the lyrics, but I know the
If I had
chorus
my
was.
phone.
What's the first line?
This is a love song to you.
Okay.
This is a love song to you.
Walk on waves.
You walk on waves, you run with clouds, you paint the sky for me to see. Your majesty, your majesty is why I sing. And this is a love song to you. Yeah, this is a love song to you.
That was really good.
Very impressive.
Yeah,
Thanks, man.
and
Hold that out.
Chad, that was you. You made that happen. But I also just
think
want to just
that-
go ahead and say this is the second time that Eric Blizzard in the back. He plays bass. He's on our production staff. He came in the microphone and gave us the lyric to the bridge. When he'd be like, "What are the lyrics to the bridge?" He was like, "You got on waves."
I think it's you walk on
Happening right
waves.
now, so we can give it up for Blizz. Thank
Yes,
you.
Lord.
All right, let's do one more, and then Chris is going to close us out in a song. You see every.
Praise the King.
Praise the King. Is that the one that Jessica used to sing?
What are the lyrics?
Praise the one. It's a piano song.
Oh, praise the King.
Is that it?
That's all I know.
Rich, can you still play this?
Blizz, can you
Where's
give me the
Rich
chords?
Beijing?
Praise the King.
It's in C, I think.
Yes.
Oh,
It's a girl song, so y'all gotta.
okay. I got nothing.
Start back at the beginning. Praise him. Who's gonna
Praise him in the morning.
Oh, wait.
That's the first lyric.
Yeah. Okay.
Praise Him in the morning. The song.
Tall and lofty tree.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Praise him in the evening for children on their knees.
Jen does it.
And praise him in the noonday.
Yeah. Something about gentle birds that sing. Gentle birds
Yes.
that sing.
Oh, praise him, all ye people. Praise the King.
That's it.
And y'all sing it with us. Praise the King. Praise the King. Let it ring. Praise the King. Praise the King. Praise the King. Let it ring. Praise the King. I remember that one.
Wow, good job.
That was awesome.
That was a good one.
All right, Chris, you want to lead us in one more, just as a congregation together?
I would love to, Roland. Thank you. You know, the funny thing about songs, and they change, and we were kind of talking a little bit about what we might do and how, you know, we listen to some of these old songs, like, oh, why don't we do that anymore? And the songs and the expressions, they change over the years. But really what our heart toward moving toward our Heavenly Father is the same. It's the same pursuit. We just change the skin around things, you know, to change the complexion, change the song and the lyrics a little bit. And so I would love to close this little part right here anyway out by doing a song we did a long time ago, and it's kind of being done more nowadays too, so maybe a lot of you might know it. It's called The Heart of Worship, and kind of just speaks to what our hearts are. When the music fades and all is stripped away, and I simply come, longing just to bring something that's of worth that will bless your heart. I'll bring you more than a song, for a song in itself is not what you have required.
You search much deeper within. Through the way things appear, you're looking into my heart. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, and it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it. It's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. The King of endless worth, no one could express what you deserve. Though I'm weak and poor, all I have is yours. Every single breath, I'll bring you more than a song, for a song in itself is not what you have required. You search much deeper within. Through the way things appear, you're looking into my heart. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, and it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it. When it's all about you, it's all about you, Jesus. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, and it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it. And it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. All about you. All about you. Better is one day in your courts. Better is one day in your house. Better is one day in your courts than thousands elsewhere. Better is one day in your courts. Better is one day in your house. Better is one day in your courts than thousands elsewhere. My heart and flesh cry out to you, the living God. Your spirit's water to my soul. I've tasted and I've seen. Come once again to me. I will draw near to you. I will draw near to you. Better is one day in your courts. Better is one day in your house. Better is one day in your courts than thousands elsewhere. Oh, better is one day in your courts. Better is one day in your house. Better is one day in your courts than thousands elsewhere. Than thousands elsewhere.
We say thank you to these guys for leading us for so many years. Man, we're going to continue just to reflect on kind of the story of God's faithfulness through Port City. And we're going to do that through video now. So if you would, just turn your attention to the screens.
make the seats creak. I remember in 2010, I had kind of a panic attack. I drove in the back and I drove all the way around the building and just real slow. And I'm just looking at this thing going, oh my gosh. And I pulled around and back and I parked back here behind my office. And I sat in my car and I just said, what have I done?
What we're experiencing as a church now was never in this plan. We never knew what it would look like. We just tried to be faithful each step of the way. This is beyond what we could have imagined, because that's just how big our God is.
The word big doesn't even, God is massive. And I don't think, honestly, until this whole movement started, that I understood the power. Nothing is out of God's reach.
Let me get one more a little closer so they get the whole sign.
He had the sweater vest. We were like 29. You know, it was like, what are we doing? And it's not what are we doing, it's what is God doing.
I remember I was trying to think back of a lot of beginnings, a lot of first things, and really praying about what do you do, what do you say on the first service of a new church?
It was 1999, the summer of 1999, and on the plane to Toronto for that mission trip, I had the folder with all the information in it. And I remember on the plane, Mike sat beside me, and we were going over the papers in the folder, and then at some point he turned to me and said, I have something to tell you. We're starting a church.
In some ways, we had accomplished what we had hoped. You know, there was this building built, there was a lot of people that showed up. From an appearances standpoint, it felt like Port City is really successful. But what was going on more deeply inside is like, are we really making a difference in our community? Are we really making a difference inside of people's lives?
One of our younger staff members, I asked her, how has the mission and vision of Port City Church become yours? In 1999, you dream of what a church could be like. And it's limited because you don't know, I didn't know anything really. But you dream about this and this helpful and all these things that you want this church that you're gonna be a part of to be.
I am the way that I am because I first found a sense of belonging. It was a sense of belonging I found in my internship as a member of our church, and a sense of belonging that I now get to feel on a staff team. Because to be so honest, I'm not at all convinced that becoming would be compelling without belonging. And that what radically changed my perspective is realizing that my focus should be a part of a collective, a group of people, of belonging to something with a greater focus than self-ambition.
She came into our church after it had been up and running for 20 years. And now she's describing what I dreamed 25 years before. And it's just unbelievable.
It is just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. In fact, the clip that you see running around of the first service when I said, what do you say at the first service of a new church? The next line was, I actually have no idea. That was the next line. What we want to do tonight, because there's something really important to acknowledge. I was walking backstage and one of our friends back there, Joe, he goes, are you okay? I said, I'm okay, I'm a little nervous. Because I saw people actually, let's do this real quick. If you were in the house, the Willis house in 1999, I know I asked you this earlier, would you stand up? Let me see you guys. If you were in the Willis house, there were like 20 of us. There they are, look at this. These are the crazy people who believe we were starting a church. if you were in Roland Grice in the first 6 months, could you stand up? Roland Grice Middle School, the first 6 months. Some of you guys, I know. See Greg. Yeah. I see all of you guys, and I could tell stories about all the things that happened that were terrifying and encouraging. And when I walked in and I saw Mitch and Mark Willis, I had the exact emotion that I remember feeling in those first few meetings. And I told them, I said, my stomach felt immediately the same way, right? Just like you got this thing. And I was back there and talking to Joe, and Joe said, are you all right? I said, man, 25 years, can you believe it? He says, not this 25 years you got to worry about. It's the next 25 years you got to worry about. And that's the point of tonight. We don't want to do that. One of the things that what we want to do tonight is going to be more important than you can know. And I want to just start there. We cannot understand the importance of what this is from the perspective that we currently have. You'll look back 5 years, 10 years from now, regardless of where you are in your journey, and you'll say, if I took this moment seriously, it changes things. And so that's what I want for us to do tonight, because here's what I've learned. This is the beginning of that, and there's the thing you just saw is a trailer. There's a 5-part kind of documentary short thing that we've put together. It'll be on YouTube. I think it'll be posted over the next couple weeks. It's on YouTube now. It's fantastic. Sam and Rick and Zach and their team did an amazing job putting this together. And it kind of tells the story of these moments in our church. But I had a panic attack when I came in here. It was about 2000, right after our 10-year anniversary. It was about a year-long panic attack, actually. And because I remember there was all these people coming to our church. I remember everybody thinks that we know what we're doing, and we don't. Like, that was what it feels like. We knew how to attract a crowd. We knew how to do all these things. And here's what it took me a long time to understand. Because vision is what people talk about, and a vision's a thing. But vision only comes to you at your capacity to see things, at your capacity to understand things, which is always limited. And so this vision that we had for the church was limited by what we could see, the best we could see. And it wasn't wrong or bad. It wasn't any of those things. It was just what it required. So we could only see so far. And what happened in 2008, 2009, 2010 is we had achieved everything that we could see. And you know what happens when you achieve everything that you can see? What most people do is you go, whew, we did it. And then you rest on that. But there was something driving us. And I remember what panicked me was that I did not know what to do next. Did not know what to do next. And so this question wasn't a question. It's like, what have I done? It wasn't a question. It was a desperate declaration. Like, I'm done with it. I don't know what to do. So what have I done? You just can't figure it out. And I started to say, Lord, what do we do now? It's the same way we began. Lord, could you help us to see? Could you help us to see? Could you help us to see? And what that began as a process of learning to see beyond what we had already experienced. And this is where the hardest work gets done. Because this is where you can't rely on all the things that you have done. You can't rely on, and this is what's important about this. And everybody will tell you in those early days, when we were, the sign that you saw in the picture, that sign, that vinyl sign that hangs on the wall back there, it's still there because we had to have a board meeting. Jimmy, remember this. Mitch, I think you were chairman of the board then. We had to have a board meeting to spend $87 to purchase that sign. That sign sits back there because I want to be reminded of how dependent we are every single day we walk through this thing and see all this. That hasn't changed. But we get comfortable, and because we are familiar with what we see, and what we have seen is something really miraculous. But what if there's more for us to see? Right? That's the thing. That's what drives me. And so we told the story Sunday, Joshua, right, heading into the promised land. Moses passed through water, leading the children of Israel out of slavery. Moses is going to cross a body of water, leading them into the promised land. And if we were here Sunday, it's in Joshua chapter 3. And God gives Joshua clear instructions. He says, I want you to get the priests. They're going to put the Ark of the Covenant, which is this box that was the symbolic of God's presence. Put the box on your shoulders, line up and march, and you're going to walk into the water. You walk into the water. Once their feet get wet, then the waters are going to back up. And the order of operations is very important there because a lot of people, they sit around wondering, when is God going to do something? And the answer to that question is he moves when you get your feet wet. He moves when you take a step. He puts ground underneath our feet as we walk. That's how God invites us to live. And so they're all there and he gives them these instructions. You get your feet wet, the waters are going to part, we're going through. And usually like this rah-rah speech, you get together, you go, okay, everybody ready, got your instructions ready, set, go. And then you're off to the races. And the very next verse after this instruction isn't ready, set, go. It's Joshua chapter 4, verse 3, verse 5. And he says this, Joshua, I want you to tell the people to consecrate themselves because tomorrow God is going to do something that they have not experienced before. And the call for us tonight is to consecrate ourselves, to take a moment, to stop, to cherish and say 25 years of God's faithfulness is extraordinary. We have seen incredible things. Even if you're just walking in, you've seen incredible things. But there is so much more. There's so much more that God longs to do in and through his church. And y'all, it ain't the vision of a leader. It ain't the vision of a few people that are going to get it done. It's going to be the vision of a collection of people who see something different and are willing to give themselves to it. We have to see this. You're not going to see it in a hurry. You're not going to see it on the fly. We're going to have to consecrate ourselves. We're going to have to enter into some places. This is a beautiful thing that God has done. And people say all the time, like, and I assume the reason most of you are here is because you had some interaction with our church that has changed your life in some capacity. That's my story. And what I would tell you is it's a beautiful thing for that to happen, but it is a serious thing for that to happen. People walk in to our doors and they walk in and they rub shoulders with us and they avail themselves to us and they encounter something about us, which we know is Jesus. And it changes them and it invites them and it draws them. It is a serious thing to be given that kind of privilege in the life of another human being. It's not flippant, it's not a platform, it's not cool, let's put this post on Instagram. It is a serious thing. And I believe what's going to be required of the church in the next 25 years is going to require us to see some things we haven't seen before. You know, part of what I loved hearing Chris tonight lead us, the stories from Olivia and Chad and Roland and Jennifer. It's moving, it's inspiring, it connects me, it reminds me of so many things that have happened in the past, and I'm so grateful for them. Part of what has been so helpful to me is over the last 5 years, we have more leaders making more decisions about the future of our church than we've ever had before. That's a really good thing. And one of the people who has done that for me as much as anybody else is who I'm going to introduce to you next, and he's going to lead us in our time. But the reason it's so important because a lot of these young guys would have ideas about our church, and when I would sit down with them, I'd feel like they're criticizing me. Like they're telling me, Mike, we should do this. I'm like, who do you think you are? We started this thing, right? You feel like that. And Clay was in my office, and he was telling me his vision for the church, and he looked at me and he says, Mike, I'm not trying to replace you. I want to be helpful to you. And it was hard because you feel all this responsibility for everything, and you realize that all these folks who've been in our church for so long, they want to carry this responsibility too. And so Clay Everett has taught me to do this. And so I'm going to invite Clay and his wife, Courtney, two of the best people that I know. And let them lead you in time. Clay and Courtney, I want to thank you guys for your faithfulness to our church. You were here in service number 2.
Yep.
And you were here shortly thereafter.
Yeah, I showed up eventually.
Showed up what?
Eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Dated, had Chick-fil-A biscuits at Chick-fil-A Mayfair talking about ministry.
Yeah.
Y'all got married in 2003, that's
Yeah.
correct? And now you guys are both pastors and serve in tremendous leadership capacities in our church. And thank you.
Yeah.
And would you lead us in this time to mark a moment for us today? Y'all,
Yeah,
thanks,
glad to.
Clay and Courtney. Yep, thank you.
Thanks to
Love y'all.
Mike.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tonight's the night of celebration, and we certainly want to celebrate, and I hope that we've already kind of entered in that space. But Courtney and I just want to lead us into a moment of kind of inviting us to enter in ourselves to the story of 25 years of Port City. And then us collectively to kind of rally around this together, to kind of mark this moment, to kind of consecrate ourselves and what God might do for us, and really to begin to pivot from looking back at the past 25 years and God's faithfulness and begin to look ahead to the future in faith, full of faith of what God might do in and through our church over the next 25 years. And the reality is, for all of us in a room this size with the stories that I know, we all come into this moment from different places, right? We all have our own experience. We all have our own stories that intersect with the story of Port City at different times. But the thing that we all share is at one point in time, all of us walked in this church for the very first time. Maybe tonight's your very first time. You showed up on a great night. It's awesome.
Yeah,
You're like,
welcome.
what is happening? But we all showed up at a time. And the reality is something brought us here. And so I just want to invite us, as me and Courtney kind of lead us this time, to consider and to contemplate and to reflect what brought you to Port City Community Church. Something brought you here, right? Maybe it was a new season. Maybe it was a friend. Maybe it was some really big questions about God that you were asking. Maybe it was totally random circumstances and you don't know how you showed up at Port City Church. Or maybe you showed up because you were desperate for help and you came. And so for you, just consider what brought you to Port City, what brought you here. And not just this building, but Port City, all the different places we've been across Wilmington and Leland and New Bern. What brought you here? And when you showed up, what did you experience? What did you feel? What happened?
Yeah. I think it's such a good question. And as we've been kind of looking back over the last month, I thought about what actually brought me to Port City. Yeah. And it's actually so simple. It was an invitation. Yeah. And that might be some of your stories, but I was a freshman in college, and I was in my Uni 101 class, which is your freshman seminar, and I'm sitting there, and there's this girl, a new friend, brand new friend, and she is so excited and full of joy to share about this new church that's starting, and she invites me to come. I couldn't come the first week, and then there was a hurricane too, but I couldn't come the second, or the rescheduled first week. Yep. So I came the second week, and that invitation quickly unfolded in a way that I didn't expect. I thought it was just an invitation to come and check out a service, to show up. And she invited me to come and see and to check it out, but what she invited me into was so much bigger than that, y'all. She invited me to come and see and meet Jesus. She invited me to get to know Jesus, to learn to walk with him, and really not just to know about him, but to experientially know Jesus in an intimate way. And that invitation, it honestly is what God used to shape my whole life. Yeah. When I look back at my time here, I just feel this sense of gratitude because I literally feel like I've grown up here. I was an 18-year-old when I first walked through the doors. I'm not going to tell you how old I am now. But what I will say is I know that God used that invitation in powerful ways to shape who I became, who I am still becoming. And for all of us in this room, wherever we sit, however we entered into this space, God has used your experience and your participation in this church to shape you and to form you. You are who you are, maybe because of how God has used this church family and these people and these relationships. And so, I mean, just think about that. Like, what has it been like for you? How has God impacted you through your participation, your experience here at this church? Yeah. Just think about it.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it for myself for these past couple of weeks, and it's a lot to process.
It is.
25 years is a long time to think about something, and for me, it's 20-some years. But as I was pondering that question, how has the church impacted my life? It has matured me in my walk with God like no other place and no other people. And I did show up long before this building. I was there at Roland Grice in the early days, but it was actually in this room for me when I began to really catch a glimpse of God's goodness, and where I really began to believe that I was fully known and fully loved by God, where I began to find my approval and my worth and my identity in Jesus and nothing else. Yeah. And for me, that has freed me to be who God says I am and to live out of that place, already approved. I don't have to prove a thing. And I get to stand in that grace each and every day. And so for me, I think so much about this room, this space, with Mike teaching, with Chris leading worship, and just hearing God say, I love you, Clay. I approve of you. I know you fully, but I love you completely. And each of us, I think, probably have a similar story of how this church has impacted us. And I just wonder tonight, as we celebrate and as we begin to kind of turn that corner, what if, as we think about what brought us here and what God has done in us individually, the impact that he has made in our lives through this place, through these people, what if that impact over these 25 years becomes our prayers for the next 25 years? What if the way that God has shown up in your life and in your family through this church turns into your prayer for what God might do in and through our church and the lives of people 25 years from now? Children who come into our church who have not yet been born. But we would say, God, you did this in me, you did this in us, and we just want to pray, God, that you would do this in others. And so tonight, that's what we're going to do, is we are going to begin to pray some bold prayers of faith. And say, God, you did it for me. Would you do it for somebody else? Would you show up in someone's life? Would you change them? Would you show them their identity? Would you give them a sense of belonging? Would you invite them in to know you and to really know you, like relationally know you, not just know about you, but to be totally and utterly transformed by you? And so tonight, we are going to mark a moment by praying prayers of faith for the next 25 years. And that's for all of us, whether you are currently a part of Port City Community Church or you came back tonight to be a part of this. Actually, we would covet your prayers. Yeah. And so we're going to pray prayers of faith over what God might do in and through us over the next 25 years. Do you want to tell us how we're going to do that, Courtney?
Yes, well, thank you for your piece of paper. That's pretty handy. So all of you have a little blue sheet on your chair, and either a Sharpie or a pen should be on your aisle or at your seat. And we're going to carve out some space here for you guys to reflect in just a posture of silence and write out your prayers of faith. And then you can probably see we have faith on the walls. And we're going to invite you guys to take your prayer of faith and pin it onto the letters of faith. Yeah. And there's going to be, again, a time of silence and where we can write and reflect that on that. And then we're going to move into a time of worship. And feel free to move around the room during worship if that's when you'd like to go and pin your prayer. Hold on to it. You can pin it as you walk out of the room to go share dessert with your friends. But we invite you to do that. But before we do, I want to pray us into this space. I want to pray over us as we enter into this space. And so would you pray with me? Jesus, we ask for bold faith, to ask and pray bold prayers. Jesus, would you lead us to trust you? Father, would we depend on you? And in that, Jesus, would you help us to see?
what the Lord can do. It's gonna happen, just like the way make it through. He's gonna move, he's gonna move. Can you imagine, with all of the faith in the room, what the Lord can do, what the Lord can do. Oh, it's gonna happen, just like the way make it through. He's gonna move, he's gonna did I start to forget all of the great things you did? When did I throw away faith for the impossible? How did I start to believe that you weren't sufficient for me? Why do I talk myself out of seeing miracles? Well, we know it's true. We see that you are more than able. You are more than able. You are. You are more than able. You are more than able. So who am I to deny what the Lord can do? Now I see all that I have. I've got my confidence back. I put my trust in the one who still does miracles. You do miracles. You are more than able. 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 Who am I to deny what the Lord can do? Can you imagine, with all of the faith in the room, what the Lord can do? What the Lord can do? He's gonna happen, just like the way make it through. He's gonna move, he's gonna move. So can you imagine, with all of the faith in the room, what the Lord can do? What the Lord can do? And it's gonna happen, and just like the way make it through. He's gonna move, he's gonna move. So can you imagine, with all of the faith more than able. You are more than able. Jesus, you alone. You are more than able. Believe. You are more than able. Who am I to deny what the Lord can do?
Yeah, this next song may be an anthem that you have held on to for so long and still do. And it's actually an older song, and it's a fun fact. This is one of the songs that we did for the first service with Port City. And so we just want to sing this again. We want to sing this as our anthem. So join us as we sing. Times I fell, still your mercy remains. Should I stumble again, I'm caught in your grace. Everlasting, your light will shine when all else fades. Never ending.
was a lot of fun, from playing games at the beginning to hearing the old worship songs and all the mistakes. That was fun. Thanks for that. To hearing from Mike and just taking moments to pray together and to write those prayers down. Hopefully this marks a moment for you individually in your walk, but hopefully it marks a moment for us as a church to look ahead to the next 25 years of what God has in store for us and for our communities here in Wilmington and Leland and up in New Bern. So we're really excited to see what God does. I'm also really excited. The fun doesn't end because we get to hang out on the patio, share stories, and eat some dessert.
Yes, so go make your way out to the atrium and the patio. Enjoy dessert. Have a great night. Thank you so much.
Thank you.